and we'll give it a go, and we'll watch the glory happen in all of the resolution that we can render on a Mac Mini. Let's do this. All right, so we're going to preview the level, and it switches. Now you just have to do all of the physics to get it to move. All right, so let's build a super simple like level preview cutscene camera animation thing before our game starts. So I have a game here. It's just Cube Slide or Qubit or I don't know, whatever you want to call your game, but it's basically just a cube that slides across a platform that you have to avoid obstacles in. So what I want to do is I want to have a camera kind of take a top-down view and slide across the level before the game starts. So you can preview where the obstacles are at and kind of preview what chaos you're gonna go through before you actually start the game. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is go ahead and create a new camera. So I'm going to create a camera here and I'm gonna call this preview cam. And this is going to be the camera that previews the scene. Now, right now, we can see the camera preview down here in the right-hand corner. That's not exactly the angle that we want it to take, so let's move it. I'm just gonna rotate around here. I'm going to raise this up, and I'm going to rotate it to face down, kind of like that. Kind of like a bird's eye view that's gonna slide through. So how we're going to actually move the camera is not by physically adding a force to it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna actually create an animation that animates the camera across the scene. So I have my animation panel open here. If you don't see this, you can go to Window, Animation, and see this panel. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new animation. I'm gonna call this level preview. I'm just gonna save it directly in my assets. All right, so I've created my new animation here. I'm just gonna hit record, and now it's going to record everything that I do for this camera. So it's going to have a position here. I'm gonna drag this playhead all the way through to, let's do 1 second. We can always slow this animation down, but for after 1 second, what we're gonna do is then take and move this camera all the way to the end of the level. So I'm just gonna move it in the Z direction all the way down to the end of the level. I can see my camera preview down there in the right-hand corner, and I'm just going to continue to move this all the way until I get to the end of the level, which looks like it ends about there. All right, now I can take the playhead, bring it back to the beginning, and stop recording. Now, if I play my animation through, we can see that it cycles through the level. It takes, I mean, it's way too fast. I mean, there's no preview there. You're just like zipping across the level. There's no useful information in that. So let's go ahead and slow it down. So what I can do, all right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and scroll out on my animation until I see that 5 second mark. And we're gonna take those keyframes and move them to 5 seconds. We want this animation to take about 5 seconds. And now if I play through it, we slowly see the level and it's actually useful information. Okay, so now that we have this animation created, we can select it in our assets panel here, and we're gonna do a few things here. So what we want to do is open debug mode. All right, so I'm gonna click way up in the top right-hand corner. It's very hard to see, and I'm gonna go into debug mode, which allows me to make it a legacy clip and change the wrap mode to once. That way this animation just plays through once. All right, so now that I have that, I'm gonna go ahead and save my scene, and I am going to create a new game object. Create an empty game object, and I'm just gonna call this camera switcher. And what this is gonna do is do nothing but have a script on it that switches between the cameras and then activates our motion. So I'm gonna create a new C# script down here, create C# script. I'm gonna call this cam preview and open it up in MonoDevelop, or you can open it up in Visual Studio or whichever IDE you prefer to do your coding in. All right, so now in our camera preview script, we need to actually grab that camera. So we're gonna do a public variable. You can do this in the awake function if you're feeling feisty, but for me, I'm just gonna slide it into a box just for the tutorial. So game object, and we're gonna go ahead and call this cam1. That's gonna be our main camera, and then public game object cam2, that's going to be the preview camera. Actually, let's give these better names. Let's call this main cam, and let's call this one preview cam. That way, we know exactly what they do. So let's go ahead and in our start function, we're going to do what's called a coroutine. A coroutine is a set sequence of functions or something like that that runs outside of the game clock. So it doesn't stop your game from running for 5 seconds, but we can put a wait on a different function for, let's say, 5 seconds. So we're going to start a coroutine, and let's just go with, call this function preview, not cam preview, we want just preview. It's going to not be an actual function yet because we need to create it. We don't need this update function any longer. And now we're going to do an enumerator called preview. Now that should change from red to black or blue. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to wait a certain time and then switch camera. So let's do a yield return new wait for seconds. And how long are we going to wait? Let's go ahead and wait that 5 seconds that we know that animation takes to play. After we wait those 5 seconds, we're going to go ahead and set the preview cam, or sorry, set the main cam to be active, and then set the preview cam to not be active. We always want to set one camera active before we turn off the other camera. That way we don't get a frame of black in between the switch. So this should, once we start the game, it starts this preview, we wait 5 seconds, and then we activate the main camera and then turn off that other camera. And if we had other cameras that we wanted to switch to, we could do that there. What we could do right down here is also turn on the physics for our game. So reactivate the main camera or the player's movement script, all of that. But let's just see if this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit compile. No errors, that looks great. Let's go ahead and switch back to Unity here. And now on my camera switcher, game object here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on that, that cam preview script. I'm going to go into my preview cam and remove the animator. We don't want an animator. We want an animation. And then we need the animation clip, which is that level preview. The animations that we have, cool, it already clicked it in there. That looks great. Let's see if this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit play here. We preview the scene. Wait for it, wait for it. It's gonna wait 5 seconds. It's probably too long. We probably could have made it 3 or 2 or something like that. It didn't switch. Why didn't it switch? Tell me in the comments, why didn't it switch? Well, because in our script, we never clicked in the actual things that it's switching between. Let's put our cameras in there. All right, so preview cam goes in preview cam, and main camera goes in main cam. We'll save that, and we'll give it a go, and we'll watch the glory happen in all of the resolution that we can render on a Mac Mini. Let's do this. All right, so we're gonna preview the level, and it switches. Now you just have to do all of the physics to get it to move. But that is a super simple camera preview cutscene thing in Unity.